Hey, I'm headed out. I don't really have any cash on me at the moment. Give me a bit.
Now? Where are you off to? Let me guess. You are heading to a casino again, aren't you?
Oh, shut up. It's none of your business where I am going or what I do. Now, about the money. Where's your wallet? I can grab your debit card if you don't have any cash.
I'm not telling you where my wallet is. I'm done. I've given you money for the last time. I have a better idea. Why don't you head down to the employment office? Why don't you try finding a job for once? Then you'd have your own money and you wouldn't have to keep asking me for mine.
You still don't get it, do you?
Get what?
You are always complaining. Nag, nag, nag. And when you nag me like that, you stress me out. And when you stress me out, I just want to go out more. And when I go out more, I end up losing money at the casino. So, when I run out of money, it's all your fault. And since it is all your fault, you owe me. So where is your wallet?
Oh, come on now. Seriously? You're going to blame me for this? How convenient for you to blame somebody else. The reason you don't have any money is because you don't have a job. So why don't you look for some work? You've obviously got the free time. You keep hanging around the house like a lazy slug. What do you even do all day? Your poor parents. It isn't their fault. Do they even know that you don't have a job? They don't, do they? Have you told them yet?
I told you. Get off my back about it already. I'll tell them when the timing is right. I just haven't found my moment yet. And what's it matter to you? It doesn't affect you one way or the other.
What do you mean, what's it matter to me? If it isn't my business, then don't come to me with your hand out. Leave my money alone. If you got a job, you could spend your money on anything you like. Find a hobby or something. That being said, I don't think you want to spend it at a casino. Gambling isn't a very good hobby to pick up.
Enough already! Damn! Anyways, I'm grabbing the money in the envelope. I'll head out in just a minute.
What? What are you talking about? What envelope? My envelope? That's what I have set aside for rent and bills! You leave that alone! You hear me?
Don't worry. I have a good feeling today. I can sense it. I am going to be on a winning streak. Just leave everything to me. I'll double what you've got. Maybe even triple it.
You've got a feeling? How is that supposed to make me feel better? Stop it. You leave my money alone. You won't double or triple it. You'll just lose it like you always do.
Hey, Piper. I hate to bother you, but can I ask you something?
Sure. What's up? What can I do for you?
It's about Liam. I've had a few days off work recently. I was home and in my room relaxing a bit. And Liam came home right in the middle of the day. I thought it was a little bit weird because it was a weekday. It wasn't lunchtime either, so I knew he wasn't there to grab a bite to eat. I had an envelope with this month's grocery money in it. I had left it on the table, but when I went out to the kitchen, it was gone. It looks like he took it and went out somewhere. Do you know what is going on?
Ah, you saw him.
Yes, I did. But I didn't say anything about it to him just yet. I thought it would be better if I asked you about it first. Did he call out of work? Is he sick? Or are they off today? I know it isn't a holiday.
I am sorry I haven't said anything about it to you before. To be completely honest with you, he got fired.
What? Fired? I don't understand. Why didn't he tell me? Or his father? He could have told us.
I think he is a little too proud to tell you he got let go. It would hurt his ego. I don't think he could tell you if he wanted to. He promised me that he is out looking for a job right now, but I think he is really struggling with it. It's hard to get him to put himself out there. He can't seem to make himself actually go in for an interview anywhere.
Well, then, if he doesn't have a job, where does he go every day? He goes somewhere. If he isn't working, what is he doing all day?
He is going to the casino. He's gambling.
He is doing what? I can't believe it! Gambling. I wouldn't have thought my own son would do such a thing. I'm so sorry he's putting you through this. I'll talk to his father about it today. He needs to know.
Okay, but please don't tell him I told you. If he finds out it was me, I'll be in big trouble. I'm sure I can convince him to tell you both all about it himself. Please, don't say anything until he brings it up. For me,
I understand. I can do that.
I think he is probably out right now. But I think he will probably come back home sometime this afternoon. I'll let you know by then. I promise.
I have the day off, so I'll be home all day today. When he comes home, I will try talking to him. I'll keep it casual and just see what he says. I promise I won't let on that you told me. I'll make it seem like the whole conversation was my idea.
Thank you so much. I really appreciate it. He would be furious if he knew I had told you. I also have something really important I want to talk to you about when I get home. Let's see how it goes, but if you have time, I'd appreciate it. Liam, have you talked to your mom? Have you told her everything? She has a right to know, you know. You really need to think about what you are going to do next. You can't just keep going to the casino every day. At the rate you are going at, I am going to run out of money. What will we do then? If you aren't working and I don't have any money left, we are going to be in serious trouble.
You have got to be the most annoying woman I have ever met. Have you got today's money ready for me yet? You can just leave it on that little table by the door. You can put it in the basket I leave my keys in.
Today's money? I don't owe you money every single day. There is no way I am giving you any today.
Why did I even marry you? You're useless.
The money I gave you yesterday should have lasted you at least a week.
A week? Ha! You didn't give me nearly enough for a week. It was gone before lunch. I'm on the way home to get more now. Go ahead and get it ready for me.
Are you serious? You lost it all already? All of it? I cannot believe you right now. You need to cool it. Get your act together, okay? This has gotten out of hand. I am not giving you a single cent more.
Shut your damn mouth. You think you can talk to me like that? Just you wait till I get home.
What's that supposed to mean? You have reached the absolute limits of my patience.
You can spend the day out there thinking about that smart mouth of yours. It's time for a little self-reflection.
What? Out where?
It's 100 degrees, maybe 110. It's hot as hell out there. So you keep that in mind while you're at it.
What on earth are you talking about?
By the way, I grabbed your wallet out of your bag. Too bad there wasn't much in it. Are you really that broke? But I can deal with it, I suppose. It'll be enough to get me through today, anyway.
My bag? Which one? I don't know what you mean. My wallet isn't in any of my purses at the house. But that's beside the point. Are you going to the casino again? What is the matter with you? You really don't have any discipline, do you?
You really are going to keep complaining? Even now? You sit there and think about everything you've done.
Yeah, whatever you say. I'm busy right now. I'll talk to you later, okay?
Oh my God! Where are you? Hey, answer me. This is important. I just heard my mom isn't conscious. She just got taken to the hospital. It looks like she was on the balcony and fell, but I'm not sure what happened. Do you know what happened?
It's your fault. You're what happened.
What? What the hell is that supposed to mean?
It's unbelievable. How could you be such a selfish, self-centered idiot? Even for you, this is ridiculous. What are you talking about? What did I do? You locked her out on the balcony. It's scorching hot outside and you locked her out. You ran off to gamble and left her out there by herself. She didn't even have her cell phone with her. She must have been out there for hours. This is low, even for you. None of us can believe it. How could you let this happen? What? I locked her out? Yes, you! When you went home, you were so busy thinking about yourself. You were so focused on getting back to the casino, all you cared about was grabbing money and running out again. You didn't even think to check if anyone was outside. Wait, you're saying you weren't the one on the balcony? Huh? Oh, of course. I should have known. You thought I was the one out there, didn't you? You didn't want me to stop you from gambling, so you thought you would just lock me outside? Yes. I would never lock my mom out like that. She's getting old. I could never do that to her. But you thought it was okay to lock your wife out? You scumbag! How dare you? Well, you didn't lock me out. You locked your poor mother out there. She's in a coma right now. No. Are you for real? Is she okay? Tell me what you know. Yes, she's in a coma. I already spoke with the hospital. I contacted them as quickly as I could. Your mother is lying unconscious in a hospital bed right this minute, and it is all your fault. So, how's it feel? What do you think? Are you a horrible person? Or are you the worst person ever? Wait, I never meant for this to happen. I was sure it was you on the balcony. I was positive. I was just so mad at you. I didn't want to deal with you. I just wanted to go gamble. I was so tired of hearing you whine about it. I thought that you'd learn a lesson and never complain again. That's all. I thought I could punish you a little. You know, scare some sense into you. Aren't you supposed to be off work today? I thought you were home. Where were you? I'm off, but I wasn't home. I was out taking care of some things. About the time you were locking your poor mom out of the house, I was riding the subway. But if I had been just a few minutes later getting home, things would have been really bad. She might have died. And you are saying that's my fault? That is exactly what I am saying. Of course it's your fault. How could it be anyone else's fault? You're the one that left her out there. You! And if you think I am upset about it, wait till you speak to your father. Wait, what? Dad? Why does Dad know about any of this? Did you tell him? Because she's his wife! Of course he knows. I called him as soon as she was loaded in the ambulance. He doesn't need to know everything. What did you tell him? You didn't tell him what I did you? Of course I told him everything. He deserves to know the truth. That isn't funny. Don't kid around. Are you serious? Or are you joking? Because now you sound like you're the one that's kidding around. I told him everything exactly as it happened. Oh, and by the way, that wallet you stole, it wasn't my bag. It was your mother's. So there's that. You really don't have an excuse. You have to come clean. Yeah, but you didn't have to tell my dad about it. I'd like to save face. I've got my reputation to think about. No way! You have no right to say that. Don't even try. You are getting exactly what you deserve. Your little gambling addiction is over. Don't you see? Your parents know that you're unemployed now. What? Your mom already knew. She's known for a while, but she didn't want to hurt your pride. She wanted to give you a chance to tell her yourself. Poor woman. She looks out for you and you go and lock her out on the balcony. You damn near killed her. She ends up having a heat stroke and gets rushed to the emergency room when she was just trying to look out for you. How sad. How ironic. This can't be happening. It feels like a nightmare. Is it really my fault? My poor mom.
I didn't want any of this to happen to her.
You should know. Everyone knows now. The whole family. They know you are unemployed. They know about your gambling addiction. They know everything.
No. Everyone. They're all there.
Yes, everyone. They're all at the hospital now. Both your sisters and your brother. I think your dad is talking to them right now. They're all so amazed and confused. Only a monster would do what you have done.
What? Can't you stop him? Nobody needs to know about that. It's my business. This is all your fault. It was you I wanted to leave out there. It was you I wanted to punish. Not her. It should have been you, too. This is all your fault. You listen to me. You're responsible for everything that happens to her.
I can't believe it. You really did want to shut me out, didn't you? If it was me, if I was the one stuck out there, and your mom hadn't come home from work, I probably would have died. Would that be okay with you? Is that what you wanted? For me to die?
What do you mean by that?
Can't you hear yourself? Don't you see what you've done? Sure, all you did was lock the balcony door. And yet, with that one simple act, you nearly killed someone. You keep saying you meant to do it to me. But it doesn't matter who you meant to do it to. It is still just as wrong no matter how you look at it.
Okay. Even if I say I see your point, what am I supposed to do? No one can know about this. It would be too much. I can't deal with it. Not right now, anyway.
You ought to take responsibility for what you have done. But that's not like you, is it? You never take responsibility for anything. You're just a freeloading, good-for-nothing, lazy bum.
Who do you think you're talking to?
I'm leaving you.
Leaving me? What the hell do you mean, you're leaving me? You can't leave me.
You heard me. I left a copy of the papers at the house. Do you want to know where I was today? When you thought you were locking me out?
What are you saying?
You remember when we had that big fight a few weeks ago? You brought home a divorce agreement? You were threatening me, telling me you wanted to kick me out of the house. You kept waving around that divorce agreement like some stupid little flag. Well, for once, I agree with you. I want out. I took the papers and turned them in.
The divorce agreement? The one I brought home? I thought you threw it away. I saw you do it.
No, I pretended to throw them out, but I hung on to them. They've been the greatest gift you've ever given me. I signed them too. I signed them and I went to my attorney and I turned them in today. The good news is, I'm your ex-wife now. You wanted to kick me out, right? Well, you got exactly what you asked for. Are you happy now?
Are you serious? Don't you think this is bad timing? Don't do this right now. My mom is fighting for her life in the hospital. And who knows what my dad thinks of me. My siblings, too. What are you telling them? I need you to stop, okay? Don't tell them anything.
You can tell them yourself. I don't want to be involved. I don't want to have to think about you anymore. You aren't my husband any longer. The papers are filed. Thank God. I can finally say that we are divorced. Everyone is completely floored by you right now. Your father, your brother and sisters. Everyone. They are saying they don't want anything to do with you anymore either. Honestly, I can't say I blame them.
What? What do you mean? What have you done? What are they saying about me? You're ganging up on me, trying to make me into the bad guy here. Why would any of you do this to me? It isn't fair. I'm the oldest. They ought to respect me. They can't cut me off.
Oldest? Youngest? Honestly, I don't think any of that really matters anymore.
Which hospital are you guys at? There's a ton of them in the city. Which one is she at?
Is she in the emergency room, or has she been moved up to ICU? I'm worried about my mom. I want to see her. Hurry up now! Tell me where she is! Your father asked me not to tell you. I'm going to respect him on that. What the hell? Why would he do that? I think you can figure that out for yourself. Think about it. How do you always say it? This is punishment for defying me. I'll help you out and put you on the right track. If you are looking for a reason, why don't you start with your gambling addiction? Why don't you do a little self-reflection of your own, you jerk? Liam really did try to find his mom. He called hospital after hospital, but eventually he gave up. None of his family would speak to him again after what happened. His father was enraged by what had happened. He kicked him out and cut him off completely. Thankfully, his mother was able to return to full health. She had quite a scare, but there was no permanent damage. She also wanted nothing to do with Liam after what he had done. He lost his wife, his family, his home. He finally had no choice but to finally get a job. He wasn't able to get a decent job, but he did find work in a factory. It had a dormitory and took care of a lot of his day-to-day life, but most of his co-workers looked down on him when they heard his story. He had a lonely, miserable life. After the divorce, Piper was able to get a settlement in small claims court for all the money he spent gambling. He owed her so much that he had no money left to spend once he had paid her. His family stuck to their word and cut off all contact with him. No matter how he tried, they wouldn't give him another chance. He had plenty of time to reflect on all his mistakes. But once you've lost your wife, your family, your home, and your money, it's a little too late, isn't it? Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please hit the like button and don't forget to subscribe. Hey, honey. Just listen to me for a second. What is it? Do we really need to talk right now, or can it wait until tomorrow? I'm about to board my flight. Samantha only got a 70 on the test again. 70 points? I don't think that's such a bad score. Let's not worry about something that's not even worth worrying about. It's actually a pretty bad score. Maureen got a perfect score on the same test. How can that be? They are twins, so how can they be so different? Samantha should have scored just as well as Maureen. There you go again. It's always the same thing with you. You only care about Maureen. Remember, it's not like Samantha isn't even trying. Well, even though she's trying, that must be about the best she's able to do. Maureen always does well at everything, without any struggle. She's always been way ahead of Samantha since they were born, and especially since they started to walk and talk. So what's wrong with loving her more? Remember, good grades aren't the only important thing in life. After all, how about your grades? Why don't we talk about the grades you got in school, and what getting those scores did to your life? Maureen is better at academics and Samantha is better at sports, and it's our job as parents to bring out the best in each of them. Not to give our very best to whichever daughter we think is doing better at the moment and give only thoughtless leftovers to the other. My, oh my. Even though Samantha is obviously very good at sports right now, that won't be of any real help to her in the future. I wonder how they can be so different from each other even though they are actually twins. Come on, even twins are different people. They each have their own mind, and they're each living their own lives. So it's not like their entire lives can ever be identical even though they were born one right after the other. Well, that's why I'm more fond of the one who always excels over the other. That's overstepping the line. Just listen to yourself. I have an idea. I'm thinking of sending Maureen to a famous private high school in Manhattan. Why would you want to send her that far away? Isn't that a bit too much to ask of her? Round trip, that'd be 6 hours on the train every school day. Yes, that would be too many hours on the train, not to mention the cost. And that's why I've decided to move to Manhattan with her. What? But what about your job? It's not remote, and they already told you no once when you asked before. Right, I don't. But that's no problem. I've already submitted my resignation. What is going on here? stop. Just stop everything until you come to your senses again. If that's even possible for you. You can't just quit your job without even having another job lined up yet.
I'm already looking for an apartment in Manhattan.
That's not what I asked, but that makes things even more ridiculous. Do you have any clue what the rent in NYC is? No matter what ideas you have and whatever plans you've cooked up, you're being way too hasty. None of what you're saying right now is even slightly sensible. Private high schools like that have an admissions process. They all do. Every single one of them. She hasn't even been accepted by any school like that yet.
Well, with the way Maureen always gets the highest scores on everything without even trying, I'm sure she'll be able to get into any of the very best high schools anywhere with no trouble at all. Of course, you'll have to pay for her school tuition. My retirement and savings will pay for our apartment and for our day-to-day expenses of our living over there.
What about Maureen? How does she feel about all of this herself? I'll check up about all of this with her later. But did you ask her about how she feels about applying to a high school in Manhattan?
Yes, of course I asked her before I started working on any of this. She said she would like to go to a school like that if she can, because the classes will be more helpful in her preparation for what she actually wants to do with her life in the future.
Okay. Well, I guess so, if that's what Maureen said.
Great, it's settled. Oh, and I shouldn't even need to say this, but Samantha can just go to the local high school. She doesn't even have to go for all I care.
I think it's crazy you're playing favorites like this. Think about what's going to happen to Samantha emotionally. If one goes to a nice high school, I want the other two as well.
Nah, she's gonna go to the crappy one down the road. Westview High School is basically a high school for idiots. I think it ranks lowest in the county and everything.
And you care that little about your daughter's future. You think it's okay to send her there?
Of course I do. Her grades stink, so I don't want to waste our money on a dunce.
Samantha has actually been thinking of going to a private high school in the next town over. She could easily get a special sports admission to the school for track and field.
Yeah, maybe she could, but we're going to have to reject that whole idea before it even gets started.
Why shouldn't she go to that school? This school is special in that they waive fees if you're an outstanding athlete. It's almost like a scholarship.
Yeah, but tuition isn't the only cost. If it's the next town over, it'll cost a lot for her to go there.
Well, it would only be about $100 a month. That's not so much.
That $100 is $1,200 every single year. That's way too much money to spend on a girl like her. I'm going to have to send that failure all the way through high school, so this level of compromise is normal, even necessary.
Let Samantha decide her own path for high school and for her future.
Why would I do that?
Whether she goes to a public or private school, and no matter what the cost of transportation might turn out to be, Samantha needs to be able to make her own choices with her own ideas about her life.
All I hear is, let's flush our money down the toilet.
I can't fathom at all why you can justify giving special treatment to one of our daughters but not the other. I never have any idea of prioritizing either one of them over the other.
Oh, really? Is that so? Apparently you and I just have different fundamental values. Honestly, I've reached my limit. Let's just end things here. I want a divorce.
Are you serious?
Of course. I'll take Maureen with me. She's acceptable to me. You, on the other hand, you at least should love the inferior child. I don't want her, so I'll gladly just give her to you.
This conversation has been absolutely ludicrous. Before we decide anything that's been said, I think we need to sit down and work things out in person.
Nah, I'm good. I've made up my mind and that's final. We will move to Manhattan as soon as Maureen and Samantha finish middle school. So let's make sure our divorce is final before then.
What are you even talking about? Are you serious? Or is all of this some kind of sick joke?
Of course, I'm serious. I'm just not a person who wastes time making jokes. I don't have the patience for any kind of humor at all, I'm afraid.
Can you make a promise to me right now that you will think about Maureen's future properly and responsibly?
Yes, of course.
Really? Honestly?
Don't worry about Maureen. You have enough on your plate with the reject child. Oh, and by the way, make sure you pay for Maureen's child support.
Well, we need to try to talk about all of this more sensibly after I get back from my business trip.
Okay.
Are you there?
Hey, honey. What are you doing up so late?
I'm sorry, Dad.
Sorry for what?
You and Mom are talking about divorce just because of me, aren't you?
Did Mom tell you?
Yeah. She told me that all of this is just because I'm not as smart as Maureen.
What are you talking about? No, that's not what any of this is about. Sure, Maureen gets excellent grades, but I always tell you that being smart isn't everything in this life.
That's what Maureen told me too.
School doesn't last forever. Many of the world's most influential people never even finish school. Our talking about divorce is just because our values are too different from each other. I'm very sorry that you and Maureen, our daughters, are being drawn into this trouble. None of this is the fault of either of you, so I feel badly that this trouble is now affecting the two of you. You and your sister are getting along so well with each other, while acknowledging each other's differences. So much better than Mom and I have been doing lately. I wish we could follow the fine example you and your sister give to us. Unfortunately, your mother and I have come to the point where we don't see eye to eye anymore.
Is it true that Maureen wants to go to a private high school in Manhattan? And it was you who told Mom not to turn down my offer of a special sports scholarship? But the fact that our paths are the cause of your divorce, that's really sad.
No, that's not it. You don't need to think of it that way, because that's just not the way it actually is at all. I will provide financial support to Maureen as well, and you and Maureen will always be our children. You can continue making any choices you feel are necessary and the best for your future. I will do whatever I need to do as your father, and I will always love and support both of you forever.
Thank you for saying so, Dad. I feel a little better now.
Well, it's been a long time. Hey, this is Sandra. I need to talk with you about our daughter. Can you please reply?
What do you want?
Oh, hello to you too. At least you haven't blocked my texts, even though you don't keep in touch very often while our daughters keep growing up as the years go by.
The ability to keep in touch is necessary, whether we actually want to or not. Even though we are divorced, Maureen and Samantha are still our daughters. We need a way to contact each other easily and immediately at any time in case of any emergency. So what's going on now? You haven't even told me yet. Why are you contacting me right now?
Well, you know, Maureen and Samantha, they're both now seniors in high school, and they're about to graduate, right?
Yes, they are.
But Maureen probably won't be able to graduate this year.
Maureen? Wait, what did you say just now? You seriously can't be telling me that Maureen's going to have to take her senior year of high school all over again?
Well, yes, that's exactly what I'm telling you.
How is that even possible? What could have happened with her?
Well, she just stopped going to school altogether at the end of her junior year.
That was almost a year ago, though. Why are you only telling me this now?
She was having a very difficult time just keeping up with her studies. She was so shocked that she got a score just barely short of failing that she stopped going to school all at once from the very next day.
Why didn't you talk with me about this earlier? All of a sudden, she had so much difficulty with her studies and a poor test grade that she dropped out of school, and you didn't even tell me? And what about the tuition I've been sending every month? She dropped out of school a year ago, and I keep sending you tuition money. What have you been doing with that money for the last year while she hasn't even been going to school?
Well, I haven't told you about it before now, just because it's sort of embarrassing.
Embarrassing?
Yes, embarrassing. Because I thought she would always continue being excellent at everything, so I gave her all of my undivided attention. But the end result is turning into a real disaster. But if I am understanding correctly what I am hearing from Samantha, it sounds like she's on the verge of falling out of school too.
What are you talking about?
Well, you told me that Samantha started high school with a tuition fee admission as a special sports student, but she transferred out of that special status to being a regular student in the middle of the school year. So it seems that after all, in the end, both of our twin daughters are actually heading to total failure. Isn't that right?
Samantha had to change her status to being a regular student because of a broken leg.
She broke her leg?
She broke her leg during a soccer game. The doctor told her that even if she eventually makes a full recovery, it will be very difficult for her to continue as an athlete. I'm very sure that I asked your parents to give a message to you about this, right when this first happened.
Yeah.
Well, that explains why I've never heard anything at all about any of this until just right now, at this very moment. Well, if being good at sports was still the only thing she had going for her, then not only is she a failure, but her very existence itself has lost its only meaning.
How could you say something so cruel?
So, what's happened since then? She's probably just gone further and further astray or something like that. I'm quite sure she can't actually be doing anything worthwhile now.
No, that's not at all the way it is. No, Samantha, she's been accepted to medical school.
What? Medical school?
Yes, she's been accepted to medical school.
Nope, that's not possible. Now I know you must surely just be joking. You know, there's obviously just no way that a failure could ever do well enough academically to get into any medical school. Not even a bottom-tier one. If there even is such a thing as a bottom-level medical school.
Well, I guess the mental strength she's cultivated through her perseverance in sports has come in handy for helping her lift her grades little by little, one day at a time.
Mental strength? What mental strength?
Well, when she was told that it would be difficult for her to ever do well at soccer again, she was indeed very depressed, of course, but the doctor who treated her leg at the hospital encouraged her greatly. So, she became quite determined to do absolutely whatever necessary to eventually become a doctor herself, just like him. The way her grades have improved since she changed to a regular status student has been simply amazing.
So, all of this you're telling me, it's all actually true then?
I have absolutely nothing to gain from a lie that could be easily disproved if not true.
Oh, I see. Then give me Samantha.
What? What do you mean, give me?
It's just what I've always said. I only want a daughter who's good enough to excel. So give me Samantha. And I don't want that dropout Maureen anymore. So I'll just give her to you.
You're still talking crazy talk like that?
Crazy talk? What do you mean? What I'm saying should make perfect sense.
You're talking about my children, whom you gave birth to in your own belly with much pain, as if they are just objects.
She's my baby, so I want to raise her in the way I want her to grow up.
I just can't keep talking with you while you're talking like this. I'll take Maureen back, but I won't give you Samantha. I won't ever.
Aren't you being a little too greedy? You felt good about having that talented Samantha with you for the last 3 years. So it's my turn next. They will graduate from high school in a month, and we should trade Samantha and Maureen at the same time.
No, you can't have Samantha. That will never work, no matter what.
Oh, it won't? And why not?
Because the medical school Samantha is going to is in Boston. That's why not. And even if it weren't, Samantha would never come live with you in Manhattan anyhow.
Oh, no.
Nope. That's why I'm done listening to your nonsense crazy talk. Bye.
Hey, please answer. I am in big trouble. Real trouble this time.
Okay, what is it?
Maureen is gone. I went out for a while, and when I came back, all of Maureen's things were gone. Her room was completely empty all of a sudden. Just like that.
Samantha went to pick up Maureen.
What? What do you mean?
Maureen told me all about you. About how you haven't worked at all since you moved to Manhattan. About how you had been living on your savings and pocketing child support. When you were about to run out of money, you made Maureen start a part-time job. The reason she got bad grades is because she had no time to study since you were forcing her to work for you. You were so lazy that you were willing to risk our daughter's education just so you didn't have to lift a finger. Then when she stopped going to school, you didn't even tell me. And you've been living on the tuition money I've been sending for a year now. Tuition money for a school she hasn't even been going to.
Oh, I see you heard the news.
So, Samantha went to rescue Maureen, to get her away from you as soon as possible. They are going to live together in Boston, and study hard together. By the way, I'm not in Boston, but I've already moved to a place near there, for a promotional transfer with my company.
What? No way. None of that can be true.
Of course, I won't give you our address. You've taken too much advantage of our daughters and myself for far too long already.
But what about me?
What? Now you're actually asking me, what about you? You'll just have to get a real job on your own for a change, and work to earn your own living, without living on tuition money from me for a school that Maureen's not even attending. That's what about you.
Wait.
Goodbye.
Wait! Hold on just a second, please!
After that, Sandra went back to her parents' home in her hometown. Her parents were no longer there because they'd already moved into a nursing home with the money from selling their home. The home was being occupied by someone who didn't know Sandra. Sandra became irate, demanding to know where her parents were. The new house owner had no idea and had to call the police to take Sandra away because she wouldn't leave and wouldn't stop screaming. Sandra couldn't even stay in her own hometown because there were so many rumors about her there. So she left to go live somewhere else. Meanwhile, Maureen was rescued by Samantha, and she transferred to a part-time school in Boston. Maureen plans to go to a technical school after graduating from high school because she wants to work in the IT field in the future. Even though my daughters have been pushed around too much and too long by their mother's unreasonable mistreatment of them, I'm very happy that they are now growing up straight and strong, and I will continue to give them all the love I can as their father.
Thank you for watching. Please rate our videos and subscribe to our channel.